Michael J. Brown here, and I wanted to do a follow-up video on the SD1, the UA Universal Audio SD1 microphone. Very impressed with it vocally, and I wanted to show you how it sounds through an acoustic guitar. One of the things that I've always wanted to improve in my recordings is the sound of my acoustic. And so I decided to run a few little tests here that I thought I would share with you, and I'm going to show you how it sounds. But first through an amp, which I have it going through my GTX 100, my Fender GTX 100, and I just have it on a very basic setting. Here's how it sounds live. And then here is how it sounds with the recording. Here's my PreSonus Studio One version 5, and this is the acoustic guitar recorded on this top track here. This is how it sounds. Full disclosure, I do have Pro EQ on that track. And let me play it again, and I'll take that off. That's without the Pro EQ on it. Just got those nice high brights, which is what I'm after. Put it back on for the little bit of EQ that I did. And that is track 1. Track 2, I just added a little lead. I'm going to show you track 3 here, and this is a different guitar. This is a Martin. This little jewel over here, which I have tuned to open E, and I played a little slide on it just to give you a little flavor of how that sounds. That's going to be here on track 3, and again, it's going through the amp that is mic'd, just as you see over here. I put the mic about 4 inches away from the speaker. And then the slide guitar sounds like this. Anyway, that's a little bit of how that sounds. Now the next setting that I did, the next little test I ran here was I did the microphone just simply right on the F hole of my acoustic guitar. So this is how this one sounds. No amplification, just miking it right in front of my guitar with no amplification. See, I added some highs here in the EQ. Here's how it sounds without the EQ. Sounds pretty bassy. I added some high-pass filters here on this side, cut the lows, and added some more mids and highs. patchier going that way with the mic right in front of the guitar. That's how that sounds. And on the next one here, I moved the mic to the 12th fret, so it's not right over the F hole. And this is how it sounds in that position. Again, it was kind of bassy, so I added some highs and did some low cuts. Has a good acoustic sound, but it is a little bassier without the microphone, without the amplifier going through the amp. And then on this last one, this next one here, I moved the microphone away from the guitar, probably about 1.5 feet, so it was just more in the room. You can see it's a little lower on the volume there, but I'll show you how that sounds with it not so close to the guitar. The first two were with the microphone basically 3 inches from the guitar. This one is, I moved the mic back to where it gets more of the room. This one I used a multi-band EQ, and I cut the lows out and I cut some of the highs. What it sounds like without it. And then the last one I wanted to try was using a pick. All those other versions were finger picked. So this is with a pick. And again, it was, the mic was positioned about 1.5 feet away from the guitar. And this is playing a little bit different pattern, but you'll get the idea. Little Pro EQ. With a pick. So of course my favorite of all of these, the way I'm going to use this going forward, is I'm going to do it with the mic through the amp. This gives me the brightest tones, gives me the best results, and the most consistent. So this is the way I'm going to be using the mic, right up here. And I added a little lead part here. Anyway, there you have the full rundown on how this SD1 does recording an acoustic guitar. So hope that helps you. If you like what you see on these honest reviews, please subscribe and leave any comments you have below. Thanks again. Michael J. Brown signing off.